Hi, everyone, and welcome back. And thank you for your time once again. Today, before we get into what I really want to talk about, I want to play us into this video with a short reel of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge on their Caribbean tour. Now, folks, this, in my opinion, is how we want to see our royals: respectful, well behaved, human, but still royal to the core. So take a minute and enjoy this. Okay, guys, I think I don't need to tell you that this year is turning out to be rather hectic, confusing, and in a way may change our lives and the way we view and feel about the world forever. For us, royal watchers, we are seeing the Queen, who had been Queen for as long as many of us had been alive, weakening and becoming more bent by the day. As sad as it is to say, but we are being faced with something most of us preferred not even to think about, and that is that it is now becoming more of a reality that we'll wake up one morning to the news that Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II is no longer with us. I don't know about you, but my heart jumps and my stomach turns at the very thought. Now, I know I said in a previous video that I do not find it disrespectful that Harry is not attending his grandfather's memorial, but I do find it disrespectful that he is not taking the time and opportunity to spend some valuable time with his grandmother, the Queen. And he should really now drop this narrative about not coming to the UK for security reasons, because none of us are stupid and we all know it is just rubbish. Where was that royal security when he attended a football game with Eugenie and went to a rodeo? What about security while at the Invictus Games? Will he be taking his own security to the Invictus? And if not, who will provide his security in The Hague? I truly hope that we are not going to find that the Netherlands government provided security for him. I personally sincerely doubt it, but it may be worth the Dutch people's effort and time just to keep an eye on the situation. Anyway, I digress. How does Harry explain himself being too afraid to visit Britain when so many other European royals will be attending the memorial? To date, it had been confirmed that the kings and queens of the Netherlands, Sweden, Belgium, and Spain will be among those dignitaries who will be attending. But I guess they are all much braver than our limp-wristed, spineless Prince Henry, the Duke of Bullshit. I'm inclined to think that it has little to do with bravery, but I think that everyone attending realize that it may very well be the last time they may find themselves in the same room as Her Majesty the Queen. The thought seems not to have entered dimwit Harry's thick skull, though. And yes, in this instance, I feel entirely validated in calling him a dimwit. To date, I have not heard back from the United Kingdom about Harry stopping off in Britain after Invictus, but I have also not heard anything to the contrary. And Harry himself did indeed say that he will visit Britain this year to see his grandmother. So at this point, we do not know when he intends to go see his grandmother, but I'm sure Meghan's mouthpieces will leak it soon. I am, however, told that it is unlikely that he will attend the Jubilee celebrations. I'm told that he was indeed told that he would be welcome to attend, but again, Harry's demands could not be met, and he thus declined to attend any of the events. I'm guessing here, but I imagine he was told that he was welcome, but his wife was not, that he will be protected while attending royal events, but that Met police security will not be extended to other outings and excursions. And I guess he was told that he could not bring his own film crew. Anyway, spite makes someone ugly, but no one ever said that Harry was an oil painting. Now, I see that there are some gossip that Harry and Meghan are buying themselves an apartment in Manhattan. Well, I guess nothing is impossible. It is now, in any event, all over the news that Russian oligarchs are all rushing to sell their expensive properties, including those on Manhattan's Billionaires Row. And it is said that some of those properties are selling well below market value. It won't be the first time they are supposedly buying a property from a rich Russian, will it? After all, they supposedly bought 765 Rockbridge Road, Montecito, from Sergei Grishin and borrowed the Vancouver Island home in Canada from a Russian oligarch. But that particular tidbit I'll tell you more about in a next video because I made a very surprising discovery. Anyway, moving on. While we are not waiting for Meghan's podcasts to drop in June, there are now rumors that Harry will be doing his own podcast on mental health soon. It is said that they are splitting their endeavors for maximum effect. I can't help but laugh. We all know how well Harry's previous mental health talk with Oprah went down. But it was first the clicks of the camera that set him off when he spoke on an interview in South Africa. And then he told Oprah how London triggered him. I can't help but wonder what demons he'll conjure up next. As for Meghan, I told you a while ago that she'll revisit her women's empowerment speeches, and it appears my informant was right, as a trailer has been released titled Female Archetypes. Well, it makes me wonder whether this is something Doria came up with, because in psychology, archetype refers to a Jungian theory of a primitive mental image inherited from the earliest human ancestors and supposedly to be present in the collective unconscious. There are 12 archetypes in psychoanalysis, just in case you're interested: the innocent, everyman, hero, outlaw, explorer, ruler, magician, caregiver, jester, and sage. Now, as a yoga instructor and having worked in mental health services and being a therapist, supposedly of sorts, I think Doria must have come across Jung somewhere in her studies. In the 60s, in particular, the counterculture was inspired by Jung's ideas and even sought to break from social norms through the use of psychedelic drugs, meditation, and connecting with the collective unconscious. Now, we also know that Doria was allegedly a free spirited, drug using hippie before and during her marriage to Thomas. So maybe it was indeed Doria's idea to use the word archetype. The problem is that women the world over had by now already stepped out of the archetype or stereotype of the perceived image of a woman being barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen. Women have for many years now been able to drive and to vote and to work in any profession they choose to, and to combine it with childbearing and being wives. And that is exactly why the world has respect for women. And women are strong and they no longer portray themselves as these weak victims. Megan is thus about 100 years late with her subject of female archetypes or stereotypes, and obviously she does not know the difference between the two. Anyway, I also see and read that the queen of plagiarism stole a clip from a well known radio personality to start her podcast off with. Well, I do hope he sues her. It is about time someone pulls her off her imaginary pedestal and brings her back to earth. But anyway, I won't be listening. I think her podcast will tank once again and will likely do even worse than her first one. Okay, guys and girls, I'm going to keep this one short today. I'm struggling with horrendous backache, and I am ashamed to say it is most likely due to the fact that I slept very late this morning. But I'll be back soon. And as always, until then, please take good care of yourselves. Bye.